Hey y'all, I wanted to jump on here quick and talk to you a little bit about being a Scentsy consultant while you're also a college student, or maybe even joining while you're a college student. Right now I'm in my junior year of my undergrads. I joined the fall of my freshman year. It was kind of scary, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I didn't have a lot of money. I needed to find a way to make money while being away from home, something I can do online, something I can do in between my classes, and things like that. So that's really why I joined. My mom and aunts have used Scentsy for a while in their house as I was growing up. And so it was something I already was familiar about. I knew that at least my mom would buy for me. But I really didn't have many connections of what else kind of to do. I really didn't know what to do. And that's me now trying to help you out. So that's kind of how I started, why I started. Some things that really helped me. So as soon as I started, it can kind of be a lot. It's okay. You're gonna work through it, but it can kind of be a lot at first because instantly I did it and I was like, oh my gosh, did I make the right decision? Is this going to be okay? Am I going to even make any money on it? It all depends. I do have to say this, that how much you make depends on how much you work for it, and kind of what you do and how you spend your time, which if you are watching this video, you're probably watching other videos and hearing roughly the same thing. But so what I really did is I made an Instagram page and a Facebook page, and it's just my name and Independent Scentsy Consultant. I made a couple posts on there actually before I told anybody. So I went to Pinterest. If you're going to be a new consultant, Pinterest is going to be your best friend. I'm telling you. The thing with Pinterest though is if you just look up Scentsy products, it's going to show you a ton of products from years before, whereas Scentsy, new products come out all the time. Some products get discontinued, so it's not always up to date. So I would say, if it's the fall, like I joined in the fall, I would say Scentsy fall in the year. Then you can get actual real products that are currently available. I would post those before I even told anybody. So I posted probably like 5 or 6 posts like right in a row, because by then it's like no one's following you yet, so it's not bad if you just kind of spam really quick. I did that because when I made my introduction post of, hi, I am Hannah, I'm currently a freshman, I like dogs, I like being outside, I'm a Scentsy, like I shared who I was, that post. I wanted to make sure that when people who knew me saw that and they're like, oh my gosh, she's a Scentsy consultant, I want to look at this page. I wanted to make sure that they had stuff that they could look at on the page. So it wasn't just one post of, here's a picture of me, but I don't have anything posted yet of like what products are currently available or anything like that. So I definitely recommend that. And then just kind of share it. I shared it on my personal page. I posted on my personal page, tagging the account, kind of telling people, well, on my personal page, I didn't tell them who I was because those people would know who I am, but I shared what Scentsy is and why I started. And then I kind of shared that out. I shared it, my personal Facebook and personal Instagram. And then after I made that introductory post on my Scentsy page, I shared it on my stories then, and that really helped. There's a lot of people looking at my page, because you can track the analytics and everything and insights of who's looking at your page. But another thing that I really started doing, still on like the whole social media aspect, is because I didn't have many of the products I already mentioned. I was going to Pinterest a lot. Once I got products in that I had purchased, I was making samples of them. I was taking my own pictures. So I was, of course I don't have a Scentsy bar here next to me, but I, like with the catalog, I would take a picture of me with the catalog and saying, oh my gosh, this is the fall catalog, isn't it great? Or this page has the warmers on it, and I would be pointing like, oh, this one is my new favorite warmer. This is what it's called. And then in the caption, I would make sure to include a link. Always do that in all your social media posts. Always include a link to go to your personal website. It's called PWS. It's your personal Scentsy website, so that people can shop from you there. You really want to make it as easy as possible for people to buy from you. So kind of switching, another thing that I did is after I was starting to get some different scents, some different waxes coming in, different products, besides taking the pictures and the videos, I remember I did like a fun like time-lapse video of like wax melting in my warmer. I did videos of me changing my wax, videos. There's Scentsy Fresh. It's kind of like Febreze, where you can spray it. I took like little boomerangs of me spraying it on my bed, spraying it on my sports shoe, sports bag, whatever. But so I did that. That was really helpful. Anything personal that you can take yourself, that you can post, that people know, like, okay, I know that's her doing it. It really just adds the credibility even more. But kind of switching gears from digital to more stationary and more stuff that you can touch and feel, I started mailing out samples. So in another previous video that I did is I talked about making samples, and you can get little felt things online, make the samples that way. It's super easy. I also made little flyers, and it would mail this stuff out. So to keep in mind when you mail stuff, something that I struggled with for a little bit, it was kind of a little hiccup, is I mailed it out and my envelope would be too thick. So I had to either reopen the envelopes and kind of take some stuff out of it, or I had to pay for a package shipping when it's literally just an envelope that was thick, because it couldn't like go through the mail slots, which it makes sense, but just make sure that they're not too thick. Any like felt sample would be fine. It was just kind of some, when I'd not stack them, but when I'd include multiple samples, they, in the mailing thing, they would kind of all get in like one spot and then they'd be too thick. But anyways, another thing that I did is I would make these, it's just a piece of paper. I made this on Canva. It's an app. It's also on a website. It is, oh my gosh, Canva. I can't praise it enough. If you don't have it, get it. It's just a simple little 9 square that there's a picture of me. There's some pictures of the product. Like I took this picture myself. The rest of these I got from Pinterest. And this QR code goes right to my website. This part says scan to shop online. Use your phone camera to scan the QR code. I would include that in there because it's a piece of paper. Like there's no thickness here. I included this in every mail out I did. If I was giving out a catalog, I stuck it right in there because it's so easy for people to shop from. All they do is scan and then they can shop online and it's easy. Another thing with QR codes that I didn't know right away, I actually so I've been doing Scentsy for 2 years now. I'm still in college. Is that you can, with the QR code, I found this on Amazon and it's insane. It looks like this. It's a stamp. It stamps the QR code of my website. Like, who would have thought of this? So when I got my catalogs, I stamped it. And then I also wrote a thing that says scan with your phone to be sent to my website. Under here, I did type it out, not type, but I wrote out my website just in case some people's phones didn't scan it or whatever. But technology is advancing. Everyone can scan a QR code. So make it as easy as possible for your customers to purchase from you. As easy as possible. But that's kind of really all that I had. Another thing with, especially being in college or being involved in any schooling system really, is there are always groups looking to fundraise. Now, I'm not going to go into fundraising right now because this video is kind of getting on the longer end than I would like, but you can fundraise, and that, even though you're like donating your commissions, however much you choose to do, you are getting a lot of contacts that then you would be able to mail other stuff out to. So That's this year. I'm gonna do one with my sports team on campus here. Depending on how that goes. I haven't ever heard of a fundraising going wrong or bad. But if that's successful, I do plan to be reaching out to more groups. You can think of bands, clubs, organizations. If you're like your local high school, maybe like the prom committee, the jazz club, the theater organization, really anybody, Girl Scout groups, Boy Scout groups, any local like royalty groups, like ambassador groups or things like that. Sometimes just approaching them with the question of like, hey, are you looking to do some more fundraising? Like, I can help you with this kind of a thing. And then also getting more exposure for you and really getting more contacts that you can then mail other stuff out to. So that's it that I have for today. If you have any questions at all, please put them down in the comments. If you are still considering being a Scentsy consultant, I would be honored to have you under my team, and I would love to be your sponsor. You can find my website and my Instagram. That's the most common place that I kind of communicate with people, is through Instagram. Otherwise, I do check my Facebook page as well. But yeah, there's also different like apps too that really help, like the Business Suite app where you can like schedule posts, things like that. I do have some other videos that I'm going to be making within the next couple of weeks, and I have some already uploaded that really kind of dive deep into their own topics. So this was really general, just to get you a gist of being a college student while being a Scentsy consultant, because it can be a lot. I love the flexibility. That was a huge plus for me. And honestly, just being able to like DoorDash food every once in a while, like, we can be serious. We don't want to cook all the time, or at least I don't. Some people do. I don't like cooking. But just being able to pay for DoorDash once a week. Oh my gosh, so amazing. Being able to pay for my gas in my car. Yes, like little stuff like that. And it really adds up. Like, the more consistent you are, the more you do it, the more people get aware of you. So it's really awesome. I wish you the best of luck. Please reach out if you have questions, and I would love to have you on my team. It's really awesome. I did just have a new person join my team yesterday, so I'm very excited about that. All right, I'll see you guys later. Be sure to check out the other videos and give this a like.